Hello everyone, welcome to this week's dance class. We're still looking at animals, and this week I've got a really good one for you. We are looking at all the big cats. Yes, so we've got lions, we've got leopards, we've got loads of big cats that I've discovered that we're going to look at today that I didn't even know existed. And they're beautiful, and we've got some amazing movement to go with them, so I'm very excited about that. So first we're going to do a warm-up. Even though it's a really hot day, we're going to do a big warm-up to get our bodies going, our heads ready and our bodies ready for the big cats. So let's go. We're going to do a bit of a silly warm-up today. I think the heat's making me go a bit woo, but what we're going to do is musical statues. So what we're going to do is I'm going to play the music, and when the music stops, you've got to freeze in any position that reminds you of a cat. A big cat, a small cat, any kind of cat, maybe you've got one at home. So any kind of cat shape, crow, you can have claws, you can have fighty cat, you think about long tails, you think about ears, fur, any of it, have a think. Okay, ready? Here comes the music, let's go. Here we go, ready? Ready, here we go. And big cat. Hold, so can I sit really, really still? Very nice, keep holding, well done. Ooh, come back, here we go. Good, nice and moving around, get that hop going. Ready, here we go. And show me your cat, different one this time. Maybe something lower to the ground. Good, okay, hold, hold, well done, go. Really get that hop going, stretches. Freeze, okay, different cat one. If you've been on a low level, maybe come on a high level. Okay, if you've been on a high level, maybe go to a middle level, a low level, hold, hold, last one. Here we go, make it really good. Ready, here we go. What have you got? Last one. Okay, I'm gonna get ready for a pounce. Good, okay, very nice. Right, come back into the space. Right, we're going to do our flock warm-up. You know what we normally do is we walk around the space, and when I say the number, you show me the action. But this time, because I haven't got much space, we're going to just try facing different directions to do these different actions. So, the first one is face me. I'm going to stand with our feet in parallel. We're just going to roll down for 8 counts. At the bottom, bend our knees and roll up. So 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Number 2 is our ski swing. So our feet are still in parallel. We're going to reach up. We're going to swing round and down and round and up and round and down and stretch the arms and up. Good. Number 3 is reaching. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Very nice. And number 4 is our twitch one. So imagine we're a big cat and we've got fleas, so we can't stop scratching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't sit still. Good. So number 1, roll downs. Number 2, ski swings. Number 3, reaches. Number 4, big cat fleas, we'll call that one. Okay, but instead of just facing forwards, we're going to face different directions. You can face whatever you like. You can face me if you like, or if you want to, you could face any direction you like. Because in dance, we don't always just face the front. We face lots of different directions. So I'm going to start facing in a diagonal. I'm going to start with number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. We're going to go straight into number 3. I'm going to face a different direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to go for number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm still scratchy, so we're going to go 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Number 2, I'm going to face you this time. Round and down, swing, round and up, round. Bend the knees and round and up. Good. Okay, take a big breath in and out, and in and out. Good. Right, I want to show you what I found. As you can see, we've got some really, really big cats to look at. So, as we scroll down, we've got a lion. Look at that, he's amazing. So this is actually on the BBC. If you can Google or look up BBC big cats, this will come up so you can have a better look and read all the descriptions. So you can see there's some really small cats and some really big cats. So that is a snow leopard. Look at him. Wow, amazing. There's another one. Okay, we've got a puma. Look at those markings on their face. Isn't that amazing? Okay, we've got all kinds of different ones. And some look like quite sort of domestic cats that you might see at home. And others look like animals I've never seen before. So that looks like a sort of mixture. It looks a bit like a snake, that one, doesn't it? So really, really beautiful ones. There we go. Really amazing photos, these ones. So there's lots and lots of different kinds, and it was really difficult to choose because I thought I can't choose all of these because I'd answer some would go on for about 3 weeks, which I wouldn't mind. But look at that one. That looks like a normal little cat, doesn't it? So I have chosen a few, and I'm going to show you those in a minute, and that's what we're going to make our dances about. So as you can see, there are loads and loads and loads. Look at that one with the big ears. That looks a bit like an owl, doesn't it, that one? So there we go. And this one can actually go down into the holes into the ground. So there are lots and lots and lots. So hopefully you can have a little look at that another time. But for now, I'm just going to show you the ones that I found, and we can look at those. So what we're going to do, just while I find this, is we are going to look at, oh, I don't want to spoil the surprise. Here we go. So you've probably recognised some of these pictures already. So we are going to look at the ocelot. Now this one is an amazing creature because it's most common in Central America, and it's rarely seen because of its amazing camouflage. Excuse me. So you can see the beautiful markings on his fur, and that's how it can hide in its surroundings. So because it lives in the rainforest, it's a sort of dappled light, which means it's quite sort of patchy, and that's why its fur is quite patchy as well. So it can hide in trees and on the floor, and basically can hide away from predators who might try and get it. It hunts rabbits and rodents and iguanas and fish and frogs. So there we go. Look, you can hardly see it. So they're really hard to find because no one can actually see them because they're so well camouflaged. So we're going to look at some of the patterns on the fur and the rainforest because it all blends in. So I thought that would be a really interesting thing to dance about. Okay. So the next one that's quite interesting is the fishing cat. And it's called a fishing cat because it does catch fish. And these cats love water. Lots of cats don't, but these ones do. They're really good swimmers, and they've even been known to dive underwater to get ducks, like grab their legs so they can have a little snack. They've got amazing webbed feet, and these are really good for swimming, but it also helps them not to sink in the muddy floor of the bottom of the rivers that they live in. There you go. So look, this one's catching an eel, and this one's catching a fish. And the fur is really interesting because it's got 2 layers. One is very short and dense, and this keeps the cat's skin warm and waterproof. And then the other one's got longer hairs on top, and that's for the sort of colour and pattern. So it lives in the marshes and swamps and mangroves, and looks, again, a bit like the ocelot. Its fur is quite similar to its surroundings, so it's good for camouflage. So look at this beautiful one. This is called the clouded leopard. So this is named after the clouded patches on its fur. So they look like little sort of clouds all over his fur, doesn't it? And these cats can actually purr like small cats, but also have a low growl, a hiss, and even a meow. They're really, really good hunters, these ones. They hang in trees and they can lean down and snatch their prey. And they eat things like birds, small monkeys, and even wild pigs, so they're quite big. And they have a very long, thick tail. I don't know if you can see that one. And it's one of the longest tails in relation to its body in the big cat family. And this is amazing for balance. So I thought that's a brilliant thing we can do in dance. It lives in the rainforest in Southeast Asia. And it climbs trees to sort of seek shelter and rest. And so it needs this very long tail to help it get to all these very tricky places. So just a little recap. So we're going to look at the ocelot with its beautiful camouflage. We're going to look at the fishing cat with its fur like a wetsuit, so the water just trickles off, and the webbed feet, so it doesn't sink into the mushy, muddy floor, and it can swim really well. And we're looking at the clouded leopard, who's got amazing balance with that beautiful long tail. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to look at the ocelot. So I thought one of the first things we should look at is the camouflage. So I like the idea of hiding and not being seen. So again, you can follow me and copy my shapes, or you can make up your own creative movement, whatever you like. So can you show me a hidden shape? So I can't actually, but I can kind of blend in with my surroundings actually, can't I? Because I'm wearing grey, this is grey, everything's a bit grey. So I could, maybe you can't see me, maybe I'm camouflaged. But I think for dance, we're going to try and show a hidden position, like we're sort of hiding and we're camouflaged. Good. The next one is, they can be very still. So I want you to make a cat-like position, but absolutely frozen like our musical statues. So I'm going to go for sort of mid-pounce, but very, very still. And they're very silent, so you can hardly see them. And they jump very quietly through the trees. So we're going to go quiet. Can you jump as quietly as you can? If you bend your knees, you shouldn't be able to be heard at all. Okay, so we're going to go hiding. This is our ocelot, hiding, still, and silent. We're going to catch our prey. Good, well done. Our next one is our fishing cat. So we are going to look at the idea of something being waterproof, a bit like our materials that we looked at before. And I want you to imagine that this is a big wall of waterproof material, like a big raincoat. And we're the water, we're going to rush up to it, but we can't get through. This is like the cat's fur. The cat's fur, the water just drips off, like water off a duck's back, water off a fishing cat's back. So we're going to go up to it, and we're going to fall down it, and we're going to roll, like that. So we're going to run up to it, slide down and roll. Good, so we can't get through that material, can't get through the cat's fur. The next one are the webbed feet. So I thought, can you spread out your body as much as you can to show a really wide surface area? So I'm going to use my hands and my feet, and I'm going to step. So imagine treading in muddy, marshy ground, but we're not going to sink, because our wide feet keep us on top of the muddy floor. Good, so really spread out, lovely. So we've got our waterproof, we've got our webbed feet, and also, I love the idea of them diving under the water. I've never seen a cat dive. So can you go really high? We're going to dive under, down to really low, okay? Really high, up, and really low, down to the floor. Good. So we have our waterproof, up, down, roll. We have our webbed feet, web, web, web. And we have our dive, up and down, all the way to the floor. Good. And the last one was our beautiful clouded leopard. So I thought perfect for dancing. We try to balance a lot in dancing, don't we? So I want you to imagine you've got a very long branch of a tree, and we're going to balance on this tree. So we're going to walk along it very slowly. You cannot fall off it, because there's 20 feet of jungle underneath you. So we're going to walk through this line. And as I haven't got much space here, so I'm going to go backwards, because they're pretty clever. So I'm going to go backwards as well. All the way, good. Good, so try that a few times. We're going to go forwards, just on that line, one foot in front of the other, and backwards. Well done. Imagine you're in a cloud leopard. Good, and what we're going to do is show a long tail. Instead, we don't want to pretend to be cats. Excuse me. We don't want to pretend to be cats with a long tail, so I thought both our arms could show a sort of long tail shape. And then we can still balance on our log as well. So we can show our long tail shape. Here we go. And we can balance. And let's have a little wave of the arms as well. Good. Now, they need their long tails because they're going to climb up and they're going to shelter in all the big trees in the jungle. So from our long tail, I want you to make a shape, and you can balance if you like. Okay, but showing shelter. So imagine huge leaves. Okay, it's raining in the rainforest, and you are hiding and sheltering from that rain. And I'm going to try and balance as well. Good. So our clouded leopard, we have our balance, forwards, good, and back. We have our long tail. We have our shelter. Woo, balance. Good. So what I want to do now is add those all together. Now that's quite a lot of movement. So if you want to, you can pause me and you can wind it back and you can go through each one of the big cats again. I'm going to run through them now and then we'll try with some jungly music I found. Okay, so we're going to start with the Ocelot. So what did we do for that one? We did hiding. Okay, so we're going to start with our hiding shape. And then we went into stillness, like a sort of pounce. And then we went into silence, didn't we? So we went jump, 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 jump. Good. We're going to link it straight to the next one, which is our beautiful fishing cat. I'm going to run up to the waterproof fur and triple off it. Good. We then go webbed feet. Webbed feet really wide, really spread out. And we're going to go into our dive. Dive, dive, dive. Good. Straight into our clouded leopard balance. Walk, walk, walk. Back, back, back. Show me your long tail. Okay, it's a bit of movement to adjust our balance. Good. And then climbing up and we're sheltering. Hold that position. Good. Well done. Okay, so that is a lot of movement we've added all together. So like I said, you can pause me again, go back and have a recap, or we can try it with some music and bring it alive. Okay, let's try. Let me plug my music back in. Here we go. Right, let's try this one. Get on. Okay, good. It's quite hard linking all those together, isn't it? Because they're three different animals and three movements for each animal. So what we can do now is we're going to do that again because that was our dress rehearsal, that was our practice. And now see if you can just try and dance it. Don't worry too much about getting it right or wrong. Just really try and link all the movement together without stopping and have one fluid piece of movement. Okay, so we'll try it again with that music. Ready? Let's go. that was good for you. Good. So if you want to try again with that music, just wind it back and have a few more goes at it. If you want to, you can try different movement for each of those big cats. So if you did one hiding position, you could try another hiding position this time. If you did one still position, you could try a different one. So we can mix it up all the time, and that makes your dance look really different, but we started from the same idea. So well done. That was some good big cat moves. I like that. Do you want to just come back into the space? I'm just going to do a really big wide stretch to a bit of a cool down. I'm going to do a really big breath in. So bring our arms down, and as we breathe in, we're going to bring our arms up. So we're going to breathe in, look up, hold the hands, and let it all go. Good, nice and heavy. Breathe in, hold the hands, and breathe out. Well done. Can you give your arm a shake? Good, give your other arm a shake. Give your leg a shake. Give your other leg a shake. Okay, and see if you can stand. Imagine a long line, and you're going to walk forwards really slowly, bringing your arms up as you walk. Try and stay in a straight line, and we're the clouded leopard, and we're going to come all the way forwards, and we're going to reverse all the way back. Stay on your straight line, really concentrate. Good, well done. All the way down, bring the arms down until you're back to where you started. Rise up and hold. Good. See how much control you have, and gently lower the heels down. Well done. Good. Very good. I wish I could see your big cat dances. I bet they were brilliant. I hope you enjoyed learning about them. There were so many. We could do so many lessons on this. It's given me lots of ideas for other big cat dances we could do. So we'll have to do that another time. But I will see you next time, and thank you for dancing with me. Well done.